Welcome in along with Mike Renner. I'm Steve Palazzolo, and today we're going through the best picks from round 4 of the NFL draft. Mike, there's a lot of talent on the board when you get in to day 3. So as we saw round 4 unfold, we're thinking, hey, there's a lot of good picks here.
Yeah, I was surprised at the secondary talent that fell to round 4. Usually you think, or we've been preaching, it's a passing league. Teams obviously can't have too much coverage, but we saw legitimate guys who we think could be starters from day 1 at cornerback, at safety, drop all the way to round 4, and teams, in our opinion, got steals.
All right, let's start with HAKEEM Butler, the very first pick of the 4th round. The Arizona Cardinals add another wide receiver to Andy Isabella. They got more receivers later, but they're really trying to build different style playmakers around Kyler Murray.
Yeah, just give them different types of options. HAKEEM Butler is going to be more of a weapon in the red zone, going to be more of a downfield weapon against smaller cornerbacks, and now you can have these mismatch sort of guys. You have Andy Isabella, who's a mismatch speed-wise, HAKEEM Butler, who's a mismatch size-wise.
I'll let you pick your next pick that you really like, but I have to say the second pick of the 4th round, Ryan Finley going to the Cincinnati Bengals as the developmental quarterback. I think that was a great spot for him to go. I called him Andy Dalton Light coming into the draft. And if you get an Andy Dalton Light in the 4th round, not a bad spot. Ryan Finley has backup, but also, you know, some spot starter potential.
I liked the first 6 picks here, actually, of this 4th round.
Let's just go through all of them.
I thought all of them were good here. You got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson going to the Saints, another team that just doesn't necessarily have the best secondary at the moment. Questions across from Marshawn Lattimore. He can either be your slot cornerback, he can play safety for there, even a nickel type of linebacker in that defense. Then MAXX Crosby, one of the most athletically gifted edges in this class and very productive at Eastern Michigan. He goes to the Oakland Raiders. They're in need of edge help. He could maybe start right away for them. Anthony Nelson adding to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Versatility there to play inside and outside for them in Tampa Bay. And then Julian Love, the Giants stocked up on cornerbacks, actually started addressing the passing defense, not just the run defense in this draft. We had a 2nd round grade on Julian Love. He didn't have the great 40, but his change direction ability is fantastic. His feel for zone coverage. I think they got 2 good corners in DeAndre Baker and Julian Love that could legitimately be starters out the gate.
Throw in Sam Beal, who they got last year from the supplemental draft. And I know the Giants draft is going to be completely dependent on how Daniel Jones does, but we really like a lot of those picks, especially the cornerback selections. The next one in the 4th round that really stands out to me, our guy AMANI Hooker from Iowa going to the Tennessee Titans. Really love what the Titans have done in this draft, and they continued it in round 4 with a guy like Hooker who could play in the slot, play 2-high safety, the versatility that he brings on the back end, and a good compliment to Kevin Byard back there.
Yeah, they've needed a guy. They tried it with Kenny Vaccaro this past season. He's good. He was better than what they got from Jonathan Cyprin, but still not necessarily ideal there. You probably could still upgrade at that position. So I like AMANI Hooker. The next guy I'm looking at is Hjalte FROHOLDT. We had him as a 2nd round value, the guard, reminiscent of Joe Thuney, who does play guard there for the Patriots at the moment in terms of he's just not a people mover in the running game. He's not physically imposing, but in terms of athleticism, usage of hands in pass protection, as good as it gets in this class of guards. He's probably not going to start right away, but he could play guard, center, guard there for the Patriots. Any of those positions. Did it at Arkansas as well. So I love him. He's probably the eventual replacement for Thuney as he's up for contract this season.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to build a team, right? You just kind of stock up on players, and then make sure you don't have to overpay at certain positions. Ridley, the wide receiver going to the Chicago Bears, I thought was a nice pick. It's the same thing there. They've got wide receivers, but you kind of keep that pipeline going as you're building for Mitchell Trubisky. And then Greg Gaines, I'm going to say, this is where you get your 2-down run stuffers here, and I'm fine with that. Greg Gaines going to the Los Angeles Rams with the 32nd pick of the 4th round.
Yeah, they need someone other than Aaron Donald to make impact plays there along that defensive interior. I think Greg Gaines can do that from the nose tackle position against the run. I feel fairly confident in him actually being able to defend the run. Now, pass rush, I'm not sure he's adding to that, but this is the round where if you can just get a run defender, it's more than worth the pick.
Anything else stand out in round 4 for you?
I like the Drew Tranquill pick. I think the Chargers defense is getting just more athletic. Up the middle of that defense, you have a lot of athleticism. A lot of ground can be covered, and they're building a modern pass defense. It showed up with some issues against the run against the Patriots, yes, but you have, when you get Jerry Tillery, it can maybe solve some of that, but I think pass defense is the most important, and they're building a good pass defense.
They've got really good players in a lot of key positions in that Chargers defense. There you go. It's our favorite picks from round 4. Be sure to get to ProFootballFocus.com for all of our latest NFL draft coverage.